Good morning, guys. Mom and I are headed to my blood work appointment in New Orleans. I'm having that pain. As soon as I turned on the camera, I started having that pain in my chest again. It's a little higher this time though. Maybe it's working its way up. Whatever it is, I don't know. But last night, after I had uploaded the video and everything, I decided I was going to rinse out my sinuses, kind of more hardcore than just the spray I usually do, and have a saline pour into it. Worst mistake I've ever made. Where is it? The last drawer on the right side bottom of my thing in my room. She is going grab something for me. That's what that was. Where was I? Oh, the saline. So it was the worst mistake I've ever made. I don't know if it's because I was coughing more the last few days, so my throat's more raw, or what it was, but my throat swole up to like where I could barely breathe. My lymph nodes were swollen out to about here for a good hour. I was like on the floor, like gagging. None of the mucus came out of my nose this way. It all poured down my throat. So I sat there like throwing up, the mucus pouring down my throat like non-stop for a good half an hour minimum. I don't even know. Time kind of escaped me in the middle of that. It was awful. And yeah, so my night was kind of awful. I ended up having to take an oxy because nothing, I tried everything, cough drops and water and ice, and nothing helped. So that eventually helped about an hour later, but it was awful. Like, I am not doing that again anytime soon, because the whatever benefits I could have gotten from it was not worth it at all. But yeah, so that was the night. The morning I woke up, my blood sugar was really low. I don't know how low it was because I was too shaky to walk to the living room to grab my meter. So I just went and grabbed a shake and ate a couple of handfuls of almonds until the shaking stopped. So my morning was low blood sugar and my night was pain. And day 7 of Orkambi is off with a hit. So I'm going to get my liver tested. Then we're going to P.F. Chang's, and that is the plan so far for today. So blood work today went not as smoothly as I expected it, although the last couple of times weren't smooth because they messed it up. It wasn't as painful as it was this time. They went in the same vein they've been going in the last week, the last 5 times I've done blood work, and the woman used a needle probably thicker than any vein in my body, and they've never used that on me before, and I wasn't really paying attention because I don't like to look. And it busted the last vein that they were able to get in either of my arms. So she didn't realize it was busted, even though I told her, and kept jabbing it in my arm repeatedly for like the next 5 minutes, and then bent my elbow backwards and had another woman come in, and they're just jabbing it straight into my arm. Like, I don't even think they were trying to find the vein at that point. And there's so much scar tissue, and it was awful. Like, it burned worse than when they put that acid stuff when they're changing the pick, and there's nothing I've experienced that hurts as much as that, except for blood work today. So after 5 minutes of them not getting anything because they killed the last vein in my arm, she decides to go in my hand, and the other woman's like, I think a butterfly would be much better for her. And it's like, you usually can see my veins, and you're like, okay, like nothing else is gonna work but a butterfly on you, so that's what we're gonna use. But that wasn't the case, so they did it in my hand, and it was, getting blood work done in your hand is just awful. And she didn't hold the needle while she was doing it, so it was pulling up at my skin and ripping my hand open, and I'm in pain, and I think after blood work is done for like the next half an hour, while this stupid gauze is sticking in the holes, it hurts even worse than when it's happening. And I just hate it, and I hate these people at the moment. And that's what I'm feeling right now. So now I'm going to drive home. My mom's driving home. I'm gonna sit here and bitch at her for another hour, and that's all. Currently being attacked by Ava. Come hold me. I just want to hold you. Ugh. So, I love you. I miss you. Yeah. Okay. So, as I'm being attacked by Ava, I guess I'll talk to you guys. We got home. My arm finally stopped burning. It was ridiculous. Oh, thank you. You make me feel so much better. Now, Ava and I are watching the Pretty Little Liars marathon because tonight is the night we find out who A is. And for those of you who don't know, I started reading the books when I was about 10 years old. So literally half of my life has revolved around this story. So today is a very big day for my, 10-year-old self. And my 20-year-old self, because I mean, I'm still as obsessed with the story as I was back then. And in all honesty, my life reflects the girls so much, it's kind of insane. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but so watching this superfan thing is on right now. My elbow and all still is hurting. The bruise is starting to appear where that is, and for some reason my hole on my wrist is bigger than my elbow, but they used a bigger needle in my elbow. I don't understand. It's something I'm never gonna understand. Both of them hurt, but whatever. I got a needle stabbed in me. Yada yada. So Ava is chilling over there. How you doing? Are you eating? Oh, so good. But I got this shirt, which I felt very appropriate for the Pretty Little Liars, kind of a reveal day. I got this shirt on my Wish trip whenever we went to Warner Brothers, which is where the show is shot. And it is, I can't get the tag, my hair's in the way. It is Pretty Little Liars merchandise, like from the set. So it's so soft. It's like Brandy Melville soft. For those of you guys that know that softness, there's nothing like it. And I kind of live in this shirt when I'm just hanging around the house. But it says, it's open season on liars and I'm hunting. So, that's a thing. Which, I mean, it should always be open season on liars because liars are... I don't like liars. I just, there's no reason to lie. And if there is a reason to lie, it better be a good one, not, honesty is very important to me. Let's just say that. But I'm feeling okay. My breathing's doing pretty well today. About to go do treatments, and that's about... Hello. Ava brought me some food. Yeah. You've missed nothing. There you go. So cute. Yeah. So I'm going to do treatments now. Tonight's episode was phenomenal. I followed this story for 10 years, and I know the whole backside in the books, and I read the books up until... I think the second season of the show came out because it just got way too confusing that new books were coming out, but it didn't follow the same storyline as the show because people were dead that weren't, and just, it was really confusing. But to see how they kind of tied in the Allie having a sister, I thought was very genius. Just the way they tied it together was genius, and it will probably be controversial with some people, but I loved it. So you loved it too, Love Bug? I have Ava set up she's hungry, but she doesn't want to eat in the kitchen. So I brought her food on the bed, and I have her a little silicone cupcake thing of water. So I don't have to put it in, like, you know, my hand. And she loves to drink in bed, but I mean, it just makes a mess when I do it that way. So Mom came up with that idea the other day, and it's been working. So, you know, cool. But tonight has been a little better. I threw up doing my treatments again tonight. So, woo! But I'm hungrier tonight than I have been in the week. So that's a plus. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm so tired that words are very hard to come up with at the moment. Oh, God forbid I not hold her little treat. You don't want it now? Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Look at that. Let's try this. This one. This one. You want this one? I don't know what you want. That is how rotten she is. She has a whole bed of perfectly good food on her side of the bed. I'm not sleeping on the side of the bed the food is on. Yeah. So I started coughing up a lot thicker stuff like I did kind of on the second day. That death tasting, nasty, like forest green awesomeness. Got a like good that much of a tube. I have tubes like about this big for a study I'm doing. And it was about half of it that I got of that, oh, so good, you know, because those are the things that I get excited about in life. When I can fill up half a tube of green mucus. My arm's finally feeling better from being stabbed. My wrist is not having it though. But, I mean, whatever. The liver results came back well. That's pretty much exactly the same as it was last week whenever they checked it. And I actually think some numbers are better. And my glucose was down, so whatever. And I was drinking a smoothie while they were doing it. So cool, I guess. You know, whatever. Bodies are weird. But yeah, it's all in normal range. So week 1, liver's good. And, you know, I am breathing better today. I'm not having as much of shortness of breath, but I'm having the tightness of breath. And kind of I'm still having to breathe in pretty heavily when I'm talking. I think you can hear it because I can hear myself, and it's a weird thing. I'm kind of wheezy today, I'm noticing. I usually can't hear myself that loudly, but whatever. My sinus headache's been pretty bad, so tiredness on top of that is, you know, doing its thing. But I am going to go finish taking the rest of my antibiotics and vitamins and stuff for the night and head to bed because I have the repairman coming to check out my stove in the morning, and that's gonna be fun because I need a stove so I can cook because I'm hungry now, so I can't just put off drinking smoothies and eating like nothing. Because I've been so nauseous, I haven't been able to keep anything down. I haven't really worried about getting food in me other than with the pills. So now that my appetite's coming back, which I'm really happy it is, because I was getting worried I'd lose all the weight I've gained for a second, you know, I'm good. And so I don't know what she's doing. Did you bring more food? She ate all night with me. I don't know why she's hungry. I don't know. But yeah, so plan tomorrow is just kind of chill around the house and wait for the repairman. And I think I'm going to try walking on the treadmill to see how I do at different paces, since it will be like Wednesday to Wednesday dosage. But I tonight have finished my first box. So I don't want to be flicking you guys off, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, my first box is done, and it's such a, I don't know, this is still a really surreal feeling. Like whenever I hold the pills in my hand, it's just, I don't know, it kind of feels like I'm taking Mucinex or something, because it's kind of what it looks like. But I don't know. I'm rounding off day 7 very hopeful and happy despite my very emotional morning and throwing up most of the night. I'm happy and hopeful. And so, yeah, I am going to go and head to bed. And I will catch up with you guys tomorrow, as well as getting the kind of really fancy Orkambi video up, which it will have some of the things that I have talked about in the last 7 days in it, but I'm also going to have kind of a health background, what my diet is, where my health is at this point, where it's been in the past, and things like that, so you can kind of get a better idea of where I was at when I started, to see, you know, how this is taking me along on my own journey. So, yes, Ava is about to hop on the bed. I have way too many pillows. Yes! So, I am going to go catch her because she's being stubborn, and I will see you guys tomorrow.